You're listening to the Main Street Deal, part of Main Street Media. I'm Jordan. It's Monday, June 8, 2026. Today, we're walking through one real listing on the market right now. This week, we're looking at a self-serve car wash with real estate in Maryland. The business has been running since 2004, 22 years of continuous operation. One full-time employee runs the entire thing. The asking price for the business is $1,400,000. Sellers' discretionary earnings come in at $400,000 to $62,000. Revenue was $759,000. This comes from an active listing surfaced through SMB Deal Hunter's May Market Roundup, which aggregates from BizBuySell and other active marketplaces. Let me give you the full picture before we get to the numbers. The seller recently installed 2 new in-bay automatic wash systems and renovated the self-serve bays with energy-efficient equipment. That's the heavy capital expenditure behind you before you close. A buyer walks in with an upgraded facility and 2026 revenue, already tracking above prior years. There's also real estate on over 1 acre that the seller values separately at $2.1 million. That parcel is not included in the $1.4 million business asking price. In the car wash business, the site is the moat. Zoning and permitting for new car wash construction keeps getting harder, and the listing notes limited competition of similar caliber in the immediate area. Now, let's do the math. At $1.4 million asking price and $462,000 in SDE, the multiple is 3.03 times earnings. Self-serve car washes typically trade in the 3 to 5 range. This is priced at the low end of the market, and that matters. A low multiple can mean a weak business. It can also mean a seller who recently spent heavily on CapEx, and the financials reflect that drag. Given the renovation timeline and the 2026 trajectory, this looks more like the second scenario. SBA 7A math at standard terms, 10% down on $1.4 million is $140,000 out of pocket. The financed amount is $1,260,000. At 9.3% interest over a 10-year term, your monthly debt service is approximately $16,165. That puts annual debt service at roughly $194,000 per year. Subtract that from your $462,000 in SDE, and you're left with $8,000 in post-debt cash flow. For a 1-employee operation in Maryland, that number holds up. You're buying an efficient, mostly automated business and keeping most of what it earns. 3 due diligence priorities specific to this deal. First, water and sewer costs. Self-serve car washes live and die on utility costs. You want actual monthly bills going back at least 3 years. Water costs, sewer discharge fees, and any usage-based surcharges from the municipality. Maryland County water rates vary significantly and have trended upward in recent years. Run the utility math yourself and model it against revenue per wash. Second, competitive density within 5 miles. The listing notes limited competition of similar caliber, but you want to verify that on foot. The bigger threat isn't another self-serve bay. It's the express tunnel format. Private equity-backed tunnel washes have expanded aggressively across the Mid-Atlantic over the past several years. Drive every car wash within a 5-mile radius. Note the format, pricing, and condition. Then ask the broker for any traffic count or customer frequency data the seller can provide. Third, revenue split between the in-bay automatics and the self-serve bays. The seller just installed 2 new in-bay automatic systems. You want to know what percentage of the $759,000 in revenue those units are generating versus the original self-serve bays. In-bay automatics pull higher revenue per car, but carry the higher maintenance costs. Understanding that split tells you where the business is actually heading and which format is driving the 2026 improvement. One additional flag worth noting before the verdict: there is no mention of a membership or monthly unlimited wash program in this listing. That is the single clearest growth lever available to a new operator on day one. Monthly membership programs have transformed car wash economics over the past 5 years. Even a self-serve and in-bay operation can layer in a membership component on the automatic side. The infrastructure is already there. Verdict: pursue. The entry multiple is at the low end of the range for this asset class. The capital-intensive renovation is complete. SBA financing is available, and a single employee running the day-to-day is about as operationally lean as a physical business gets. The post-debt cash flow of $268,000 is real money for a buyer who wants a recession-resistant asset and doesn't want to manage a large team. The one question I'd ask the broker before anything else: what do the in-bay automatic units generate per month in revenue? And has the seller ever tested any form of membership or prepaid wash program? Those 2 answers tell you whether the $462,000 in SDE is the floor of what this business can do or close to the ceiling. That's it for Monday. Find all of Main Street Media's shows wherever you listen. Subscribe, leave a review, and I'll see you Thursday for an operator story.